Today is February 26th, and we are going to be talking about AI bots, 0DTE, and live trading. You only need to know 4 things for this channel. That is that we put on 30,000 trades and 0DTEs every single year, that we use AI to figure out those trades as well as bots, that we use back testing, and that my name is Rob Helmick, and I'm a former internet CEO and attorney, money manager all my life. My wife is Maria Helmick, and she's a former banker, again, money manager all her life. So what we're going to do is have a little fun today. We're going to do some live trading. We're going to talk about Crazy Ivans, and we're going to talk about 0DTEs. So let's get right down to it and take a look-see at where we are in this market. This is my personal trading account, and we're going to take a look at these SPX trades so you can see right where they are. Looks to me like we're pretty flat here in the last couple minutes or so. I'd like to take a look at it for the whole day if I could. And it's been up and down. Been up and up and down. We were up huge last night, and if you follow this at all, you're going to know that I do Crazy Ivans, and we were supposed to get out of these at 25%. They were up to 50%, and for some reason I put in 50.2%. Ding dong, not too smart. They were down to negative this morning. They've come back up, and today, as you can see, is the 26th. I put back on 3 more of those, and I'm up about $2,000 on those. And if you just take a quick look, I don't want to make this about the Qs, but if you just take a look at the Qs, these are the ones. I was scalping some Qs last night as well. But let's take a look at these Qs. And you can see that I put some on at 10:20 this morning, 10:27, and 10:34. And I had some other crazier Ivans out there that I was trying. I sold the ones I sold for 194, 195, and 200. Yesterday, I think I was getting rid of them for around $95. So it's always fun to sell them for 200 and then buy them back for 95. That's always fun. And typically, I'm going to sell these. If you don't know already, what we do is I take a look at the 45 to 60 days. So I'm going to go out here to say 50 days. We're down 300. You know what? Let's just put one on just for fun. It is a trading show. Let's do some trading. So I like to put them on at the 500s, the 250s, 750s, or 1000s. So these 22.5s don't have one of these on. So I like to get a little more money. Let's say that it's trading right now at, let's take a look at this and say 22.5. Let's put on a trade. They want to pay me $187. No way, Jose. Maria always tells me go to the next one down and then over one. So I want at least 198.50.5, and then on dog Barbie loves treats, so we'll do one more, and that's at 199. So notice that here, if we are going to put this on, we're going to use $15,000 worth of buying power. We're going to get $3,900 credit. So if I take that off at 25%, it'll be about $1,000. They take about 14 days on average to get to that 25%. So if that would take so you get 26 of those a year, about 26 grand. Then if you have a loser one, if it comes back within 250 points of our strike, so if the market went from 25.2 all the way down to 22.750, then what I would do is I would roll it down and out, or I'd just buy a long put to protect it, something like that right there. That's kind of the game plan. Let's take that off. And so let's go ahead and, did I put that on already? It's a trading show. We got to be trading. No, I did not. Okay, so let's go ahead. I put this in for 180. No. I want to put this in I want to go one more. So that's 200 plus a little. So 200. And our dog Barbie, every single tick in the NQs is $5. So that's 2 ticks, right? Because it went from, there's 4 ticks to $1. So it went from 200 to 250. That's 2 ticks times $5. And even I know that is going to be 10. That's enough to buy a little treat for Barbie. Oh, sorry about the music. I'm still learning how to do this. Sorry about that. So what are we? 5 minutes in. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. We're going to put this on. Hopefully you can see we're doing Crazy Ivans. Hopefully it's not too loud. You hear the SPX going in. How's the music now? And there it is. So now we've got that order out there. And you can see the Crazy Ivan order is the 22.5s. I got it out there. No, Butch, what I do is when it gets within 250, I am going to put a long above it, but I am not, what's going to happen is, let's say that this goes up to $400. What happens is I'm only going to leave it on there for a couple of days. And then what happens is the market comes back and I can normally sell it back. So let's say I buy it for 400 and a few days later I can sell it for 200 or even 300. So my only real cost is 100 or 200. And, you know, I'm getting paid, 100, I'm selling for 200. So I'm getting paid 50. So maybe it's 4 of them, you know, each one costs me 4 trades in the future. It's not the, you know, the end of the, it's not the end of the world to do that. Or I can just roll it down and out. I rolled the last ones down and out that we had in October. I rolled them down and out till January, and I got out in November when the market came back, and I still made a profit of 25%. So normally my capture rate on those is the actual 25%. It's, you know, normally pretty good on those things. All right, so let's take a look-see now at where we are with regards to our, everyone likes to know where we are. So here's where we are on the big account. We offer 2 accounts. For those of you that don't know, we do 2 accounts. We do $1 million account, $1 million worth of buying power, and we do a $30,000 buying power account. We started October 1st. Why October 1st? Because that's when we started the channel. And so that's when we started putting them online, right? And so here is where we are on the big account today. This is real time. You can see we've up 30, take the green, subtract out the red. So, and then you can see it's in real time making changes as the market changes. We're up about 11 grand today. And here we are for the small account, the $30,000 account. The $30,000 account is always going to have more trouble because it's 50 wide wings. Oh, and one thing we do that nobody else does on the internet, if you're new to the channel, no one else does this. Sunday night at 6 p.m. Is it 6 p.m. this way? I don't know. At 6 p.m., we're going to give you all of our trades for the $30,000 account. Oh, there's some PLTR. It must be Tyler and Maria they're rolling it. So, and we got to get Tyler on here to do the scalping. Maria was doing a lot of scalping last night in the queues after the NVIDIA thing came out. And I was watching her do it, and I started doing a little bit of it. We were sitting in bed scalping queues, and it's crazy life we live. So at any rate, that 30,000 account is $30,000 worth of buying power, okay? $30,000 worth of buying power. People will get freaked out like, I don't have $30,000 account. I don't want to put it all in SPX. I agree. Don't. I only put 65% of my account into the 0DTE SPX. And the reason I got started in it is I put my Qs, the Crazy Ivans. I only do 30% of my account in Crazy Ivans, but that buying power can triple on down days if it goes down 1,000, 2,000 points in the Qs. So I hold back the rest of my buying power for emergencies. I only need it once or twice a year. So I was looking for some other way to, deal with that money. And I stumbled upon the SPX several years ago and then started trading those in ZTEs. That's how I got into them. The other account's $1 million account. Again, $1 million in buying power, okay? Buying power. And so now it's up to $1.3 million. People say, we caught you. You're using $1 million for buying power. That's right. I am using $1 million for buying power. Why is that? Well, the reason is that that's what the account is up to. That's not the wrong, let's go here. Here's what it is. Scoreboard, right? Here is the big account. And you can see, I don't know if you can see my market. You see it's nice and steady all the way up. And we're up $392,000 as of yesterday in $1 million account. That's about 39% in 4 months. We've done 14,685 trades. Doing, did you see that? 14,000. What? That can't be right. Boom. Boom. There it is. 14,000. What? That can't be right. Is that right? That is right. 14,665 trades. We just got punched out on a call. Must be moving to the upside. And so, and in the small account, you say, well, how much is the small account up? Maybe it's not up that much. It is up $11,000, which doesn't sound like a lot of money when you're thinking that the other one's up $300,000. But the good news is that when it's up $11,000, that really the thing you got to remember is that it's only $30,000 account. So it's up 33% in 4 months. Again, about 100% rate of return. All right. So now let's go back to Tasty. So now you understand what the game is, right? And the game is afoot today. We'll be trading about 200 of the SPX. I use the same analogy every single day. I'm going to keep beating it into you because this is something, once you understand it, the light goes on and you'll say, I get it. I get it. We don't care about charts. We don't care about the State of the Union. We don't care about NVIDIA earnings. We don't care about what the analysts say. No, that's not the game we play. With 0DTE, SPX, the game we play is we're going to sell premium and we're going to sell them where they ain't. Sell them where they ain't. So, for example, if everyone is selling premium over here, right? We all know in economics, if they're all selling premium over here, the price goes way down. Well, we're premium sellers. We want to sell the price, sell the premium as much as possible. So we want to sell the premium way over here, right? So they're selling over here, the big group, and we want to be the only ones over here, like in that movie Trading Places. Orange juice, the place goes wild. That's where we want to be. So how do we get there? How we get there is we do millions of back tests. You say, what's a back test? A back test is on a company called Options Omega, and you can enter all types of parameters. You want to do at 0DTE, you want to do SPX, you want to do a dollar premium, $2, $3, $5, $1.50. You want to do a stop loss at 95%, 100, 125, 150, 200, 300, 400. I don't even have enough room to go as high as I want to go. And you want to do a wing width, you want to do 5 wide, 10, 15, 20, 200, 400, whatever you want to do. All these different combinations. You can do about 95 million combinations doing a real simple set of back tests for SPX 0DTE. Remember, there's 390 trading minutes in a day. And then I also do exponential moving averages. You take the 20 versus the 40. Whichever direction the market is going, you go on the other side. Again, you can slow this down and back up and watch it later, but this is the game. This is the game we play. It is simple, okay? It is repeatable. It is predictable. It is probabilistic. It is financially hugely rewarding. People will always come to me, yeah, but Rob, what if? I'm always looking for a new place to sell, right? Because wherever they are, I want to find a new place to sell. And if you tell me it's over here, I'll sell over here. If you tell me it's over here, I'll sell over here. If you tell me it's way down here, I'll sell over here. If it's multiple places, hey, let's sell it all the places, wherever they ain't, right? If they're over here, we just don't want to be over here. So that's the game we're going to play. And that's how we do back testing. And so every Sunday night, after we do all these millions of back tests, we tell you, wow, of all these 7 million trades or whatever it is that particular week, because it varies, here are the top 7 trades, the top 7 out of 7 million, the top 7. Is it guaranteed they're going to win? No. Is it possible they're all going to be the worst ones? It's possible, but it's not probable. What is probable is that they will be among the best trades of the week. And with 0DTE SPX, we're looking for a positive expected value. And that's the game we're into. We're looking for probabilities, not predictions. No one can predict the future, okay? And if they could, they wouldn't tell us, because they would just invest the money themselves and they would have all the money. And that's why I can prove to you, they don't know, they can't know, and they'll never know, because they don't have all the money. They can't predict where it's going to go. The market is pretty much random. But on 0DTEs, you have that herd, and they got to do it today. The time is running out. They only have one place to go, and that's 0DTE SPX. They might have other stocks, but still, the point is, wherever this big group is, we just want to be somewhere else, and we're going to get more premium. It's not that complicated. The execution is extremely difficult. This is like chess. Learning it is easy. Doing it is hard. It's really hard. And that's where the money lies. The devil's in the details, as I used to say when I was a lawyer. When I ran a pretty big internet company and took it public, the devil was always in the details. Okay, let's go. Okay, enough soapbox by me. You've heard enough of that. Let's take a look and see what in the world are we doing in these SPX. I hope that's not the SPX. Let's see what we got on here. Okay, so if you see 380 here, that means it's $3.80. There's 3 of them, 7 of them, 9 of them, 11 of them, 10 of them, 14 of them, 7 of them. That's a lot, right? On the put side, not too many. 4, 9, and 3. Why is, oh, wait, hold on. 12, 16, 7, 8, 3, 4, 3. Wow, we got a lot left, right? Let's go a quick profit. Everybody wants to know a profit check, including me. I want to know a real-time profit. What are we doing here? All right, we're up 10, 11 grand. Woohoo! Like it. All right, let's go back. All right, so now where we want, we're going to do a graph in just a minute. We're going to have some trades coming in. The blue line is I don't know if you can see my little thing. That's the standard deviation. 1 standard deviation. That's 2 standard deviations. Is probably going to stay within the blue line. This is the expected move till the end of the day. All right, now The time check, 3:41. Well, we missed the 3:30s. Let's see where those came in at just for fun. Where did the 3:30s come in at? At 3:30, let's see what we got here. Oh, we already got punched out at 3:34 on the call side. So what is this market doing? Going up? It's not that much going up. Just flat. Maybe those were from earlier. They probably were. We're going to make this bigger because we're going to have a little excitement here. We're going to win or lose about $8,000 today, I believe. Might be $6,000, but it's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun doing it. All right. So right now it's between 6,900 and 6,910. Let's put that on the chart. This is where we want to stay. We want to stay between 6,910 and 69. That's 6,909, but okay. And 69, what did I say? 6,910 and 6,900. Boom. All right. So that's where we want to stay to make money on the ones we got. But we got a bunch coming at 1351. For those of you that went to public school like me, 1351 is 351, but we use military time here because that's the only way we can keep track of it. Okay, let's take a look at the chat room before I forget. Easy says, hello, Rob. Hello. Lewis says, popcorn. I like that. Eric says, hello. FY, the music's playing too loud. Hopefully the music is much lower. Hopefully you guys can see and hear me. We got new cameras. We got all kinds of new lights and stuff in a new studio, so it should be fun. Let's see what else we got in the chat room. If it gets within 250 and you just buy along above it, isn't that the same as closing it, basically? I think, Butch, we talked about that a little bit. It would be about the same closing it if you let it go all the way till expiration, but we don't. I will if it stays, if it stays down, yeah, then we're going to lose. You can't win them all. You cannot win them all. Remember, in baseball, I always use the baseball analogy. The best hitter of all time hit 400. That means 6 out of 10 times he failed. Our statistics are way better than the best baseball player. We get 58% winners and 42% losers. Oh, 42, Tyler and I's favorite number, 42. So did you know that one day a year, every single baseball player wears the number 42? Kind of weird. Until you find out that was Jackie Robinson's number. So what we do is we will roll it down and out. The down and out roll is a little bit better. It's a little bit easier. It's more fun. If you think it's a short-lived thing, a self-created prophecy, Trump says, black, and then a couple of days later, you think he might say white. You might just do it for a short term. I like rolling them down and out. It's easy. You can always roll down and out. And if it stays down there, just roll it down and out again. Normally, you'll pick up another 1,000 points. You don't need to do it for a credit. I've got a couple of videos on here, and I'll do another one or two about it, but it's not that hard to do. One thing I want you to do, though, is these are expensive, right? So don't think of them as 15,000 buying power. They're really 45. And the reason they're 45 is that if the market goes down, the buying power, they will triple your buying power. That's why I only use 30%, because I used to use 60%, and you get that phone call, I need $2 million in 30 minutes. That's no fun. So otherwise, they're going to liquidate some of your positions. So, all right. So I see good. Hey, Maria. Maria's not on here today, fellas. I'm sorry to say, rolling down and out. I get it. Yep. And fees and commissions. Oh, yeah. Fees and commissions are included in all statistics I give you. I give you how much money has actually come into our account. I actually give you a little bit less for just that complaint is that some people, so it's fees, commissions, and slippage are all factored into this. And so I try and be completely transparent here. 1551, we got 6 minutes to go. So love this set. Looks good today. Thank you. Jackie Robinson. There you go. Butch knew that. Why is 42 my favorite number? Is that a Douglas Adams reference? No, I don't know who Douglas Adams was, but when Tyler was 9, I started dating his mother, and he would ask me a million questions. And I got tired of it. I know I'm a terrible stepdad. So I just said 42 for every single answer. And so now if you just ask Tyler any question, a lot of times he'll always look at me and say 42. And we both start laughing. We see 42 all day. Today we got a secret code. I'm not sure if I can tell you what it is, but we are sharing. I'm supposed to do that. But the code was 842. And Tyler and I both started laughing at 42. But yeah, it is, according to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, one of my favorite books. It is the most important number in the universe. If you ever watch the X-Files, Mulder's apartment number was 42. And there's a whole more wow, the hair on my arm just went up. And there's a whole bunch of more instances of 42. And that's why it's our favorite number. You started doing the crazy Ivans in the QQQ. Yeah, I saw that you mentioned that the other day there, Butch. And if you could please report back to me in the Discord. Folks, if you haven't been in the Discord, we have 400 or 500 people in there. And Tyler says if we get to 2,500 subscribers, he will come on air. I think we're at 1980 today, something like that. And so if we can get up to 2,500, he first said 3,000. I'm pushing for 2,500. Cheap margin in the PM account. Oh, no kidding. That's good to know. What's the story with the Junior Mints and Twizzlers? What? Oh, I didn't realize. I just arbitrarily put up one of our old thumbnails up there. Maria's having fun with ChatGPT, and Douglas Adams wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Thank you, Robert. That's one of my favorite books and a great movie if you get a chance. By the way, do we have enough time? Yeah. Well, I'd love to know what your favorite movie is. Okay. Mine's The Fifth Element. I love that movie. I love The Fifth Element. I think it's very underrated. I think it's one of the greatest movies of all time. I also love Casablanca. I watch Casablanca at least once a month. And most movies that I watch, I also like The Princess Bride. I know you're going to make fun of me. I think it's hilarious. I think it's absolutely hilarious. So Maria loves Twizzlers and Junior Mints. And she does some of these characters. Tyler doesn't like these things. He thinks it looks unprofessional. I think they're great. I think they're great. It's a mix. But Rob, you're supposed to look more professional. The reality is I'm not that professional. I was CEO. I was an attorney for years. I tried, billion-dollar cases. I started a couple of internet companies and took one public. And so, yeah, I am who I am. So I'm supposed to be a robot when I trade. And for those of you that haven't been here before, hang on to your hats because that's highly unlikely to happen. I'm guessing I'm going to get a little bit. Let's take a look at this where we are. If anybody wants to see, I don't know if we have enough. How much time we got? We got 4 minutes. That's enough time. That's enough time. Let's do this. Let's just go. We're going to go into the active grid. This is how you trade. This is how you trade in real time. Okay. So where is the damn thing? Where is it? Here it is. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at this. I'm thinking this is going to go to the downside. Okay. We're going to reset this here so this is the MNQ, so I can win or lose $17.50, right? It's not the end of the world. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to look where this market is and say, if you come down to 48, right? 48, boom. If you come down to 48, I'll get a fill. So here's my thing. Boom. There we got a fill. All right. Now we want it to go down. Look at this. Up here, you can see how I'm doing in real time. I've traded earlier today. So I made a little bit of money around noon and then lost some late last night. So I'm down $8.50 in this trade. I'm down $7. We're watching it in real time. This is a trading show. You wanted trading? We're giving you trading. That's what we're giving you here. Here we go. Come on down. I'm $1.50. Now I'm dead even. I love Tasty the way they built this. I think it's great. It's a lot of fun. If you do the MNQs, it's like $400 or $500 in buying power. You make or lose $17.50. What you do is you set these presets over here to, I don't know if I can set these presets while I'm trading. Yeah, you can. So each tick is 50 cents, right? And the Qs, each tick is $5. So it's not rocket science. I like to make it a little bit wide. Looks like I'm going to get punched out to the upside and lose my $17.50. Come on down. We got only 2 minutes and I got to go away to the SPX. There we go. So I lost $17.50. So you can see up here, my losses for the day, it was at $31 and now it's at $48. That's live trading. You want live trading? That's what we got. Okay, so Doug, what trade did you make there specifically? Naked put, credit spread? What I did here is I did this. So I'm picking a price, right? You pick on the up or down, and so you pick on the up or down, you pick your starting price, and then it will automatically put on a bracket. This is a bracket, and it's 35 ticks, right? And remember, each tick in the MNQ is 50 cents, so the most I can win or lose is $17.50. All right, now we got to go. We got to go because we got to get over here to my good friend, the SPX. Here we go. We're looking to see where we come in. We're going to be working and getting filled. Watch how hard it would be to try and do this manually. Over here, you're going to see these trades come in. We've got 1 minute to go, a little under 1 minute. Now is the time for everybody drinking iced tea and apple cider vinegar, which I've had for the last 40 years. Oh, there is no better drink than that. Yes, that's Maria, RES. Is that Maria? That is called scalping. That's right. Maria can explain to you better than I can. Although she was using some bad words last night, but then she started winning. So, all right, 19 seconds to go. Hello, Maria. Everyone say hello to Maria in the chat room. If you're not in the chat room, get in the chat room and say Maria. Hello, Maria. She gets lonely upstairs trading when I'm down here. We got 8 seconds to go. These are the 1551s, the last trades of the day. Win or lose, $6,000. Get ready. Get set. Boom. There's 1551. Where are my trades? Here they come. Here they come. We're trying to get a trade in. We're trying to get a trade in. They're trying to fill. I'm watching them try and fill. There we go. There we go. What did we get filled at? We got filled at, we're going to the put side. We're going to the put side. So let's just look at the ones that got filled. We're going to the put sides. Look at this. I can't read them up on that screen, so I'm looking over here. It's at 6905. 6905. We want it to go over. We want it to stay over 6905. 6905, which is right. Right there. All right. We want it to stay above 6905. And don't forget, for those other trades, we want it to stay between the two lines. So really anywhere in here would be ideal. That would be the home run, right? This is a pretty narrow window. And so to get an idea of where we really are, if you want to look, this is how tight the window is, right? Now we want these to go down to 0. This one's at 225, so that's $225. This one's at 65, that's $65, and there's 3 of them. So 3 times 65 is $180. And these are 6 times $3, which is, I don't know, whatever that is. Whatever the numbers are, they are, right? But just remember, these are not pennies, these are dollars, right? For every penny is worth $1. So these are going down to 40, these are up to 360. And we now have 7.5 minutes to go. Let me check the chat room. Yeehaw, Porsche Guy says. Easy's in there. What's Maria says? Hello. Maria says hello. Jalapeno 42. That's good luck. How about that? The 42 jalapeno in the house. I don't know if you say jalapeno. Tyler and I oftentimes say jalapeno whenever Maria serves those. We call them, oh, Maria makes bacon-wrapped jalapenos with cream cheese in them. Magnifique. That's French for really good. All right, let's watch this. Do you think we got time for one more scalp? Probably not. But man, it would be fun. Let's see where this is. See if this is staying where we want it to stay. A little bit low. Come on. We need this to come back up. We want to finish right in here. Right in here. Come on now. We got to finish right in here. We're losing a little bit. Remember, in the last minute, more options are going to be traded than any other minute of the day. And typically, that's when the funds come in and even out their accounts, although they can actually, everyone can trade till 4:15, but that actually goes in tomorrow's trading day after the day actually ends at 3:59:59, and then 4 o'clock begins the next trading day. So here we go. I'm watching it on both screens. It doesn't get, I'm watching on this screen over here, and it doesn't get any better. So, all right, here we go. Yeah, I got to come up with Vera to come up with some scalp trades. The problem is the scalp trades, you don't have time to ask Vera. By the time she answers it, it's already moved. You know, we do like the excitement and the possibility of profit. And you know, and on SPX, what really makes it great, the 0DTEs, is that you're reusing your buying power every single day, right? So if I do a typical tasty trade, you know, 45 to 60 days, and I'm going to leave it on until 21 days or 50% profit. That's their standard trade, which I did for years. You're only going to be able to use that buying power for, let's say you go from the shortest period be from 45 days to 50% profit or 21 days. So it's going to be around 24 days, right? I can take that same buying power and I can do it for 24 days, right? Now, granted, there's not 24. I get it. There's not 24 trading days in 24 days. Okay, let's call it 15 days, whatever. I can use that buying power a lot more. Oh, this is sweet. This is sweet. Time check. Time check. 15:54 and 58 seconds. And boom, there's 15:55. We got 5 minutes to go. 300. Oh, come on. 300 seconds to go. We needed to stay between these two lines is the money. That's the money shot right there between those two lines. Now, if it stays between this line and this line down here, it's still good money, right? It's still good money. It's just that on this one we would lose. So on this one right here, we would lose, but that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. I'm willing to take one for the team. Anybody want to see where we are? I do. Let's see where we are. We are up 15. Swamolis, which is great. And look at that. The little account is getting close. The little account is getting close, and we're up 15,000. This one, this has got to come up. This is just all we need is for this bad boy. Oh, I put in too many lines. Let me get rid of this one and remove drawing. Yes. And remove. Do I want this one out? No, this one's the good one, right? That's 5904. Yep, that's the good one. Actually, it's about 47 cents high, so it's a smidge underneath would be okay. It would be nice to be up in here. This is the home run between the blue and the other blue. That would be the absolute home run. All right, anybody else in the chat room, now's your chance to ask questions. Now's your chance. If you want to know anything about 0DTEs, if you want to know anything about the Crazy Ivans, if you want to know anything about the back testing, if you want to know anything about the robots, by the way, the bots, they take, I put on around 150 to 160 bots every single weekend. And what that means is I have to take off the 160 from the prior week and then put on the 160 from the current week. And excuse me, that takes about 3 hours to do that. And the back testing used to take me 22 hours to do over the weekend. And I've gotten it down to about 14. We hired a couple people to help us. But the problem with hiring these people to help us, a mathematician and a programmer, is that they have come up with some additional ideas for backtesting. And of course, each time they add a strategy, it adds another 20 or 30 million trades that you have to test, which takes a long time. So we got to get some more equipment. How does the 351 trade know whether to sell or to sell the put or the call? Great question, Fish Wisher. Fish Wisher, and welcome, Fish Wisher. I don't think I've seen you in here before, but thank you. So the way that it works is it's an exponential moving average trade. We call it the EMA. If you come on Sunday nights, we will give you all 6 or 8 trades in the $30,000 buying power account, which will include multiple entry iron condor and exponential moving average. We use both. And in the $1 million account, we'll give you the top 20 trades. We trade about 120 to 150. And those are going to be about 60 to 70% multiple entry iron condors and the rest exponential moving averages. So the way those work is we use the 20 versus the 40. And what that means is it looks at the last 20 minutes versus the last 40 minutes, right? So the last 20 minutes is going to be more indicative of which way the market is going. And the baseline is the 40 minutes, right? So what happens is if the 20 minute is above the 40 minute on the chart, that means that the market is in an uptrend. If it's in an uptrend, we're going to sell because we're selling premium. We're going to sell the call because for us to get punched out, the momentum would have to stop. It would have to roll over and then come all the way down below where it was to punch us out. So that's the theory. Does it work? Not all the 100% of the time. No, we're not looking for 100%. We're looking for 58% of the time. I can't tell you how many people say to me, "How'd you do today, Rob?" "Lost." They go, I won. I win 97% of the time. I say, "Great, you win 97% of the time. How much do you win?" $1. 97% of the time, $97. "How much do you lose on the losing days?" About $1,500 a day." "Okay, so you won $9,700 and you lost $4,500. That doesn't work for me. That does not work for me. I am, as Maria often says, we're not in here to trade one time. We're in here to trade a long time, all right? This is a long game. We're not playing the short hitter game, right? We're in this for a long time. So we want to be sure that we're going to be able to get all that good money over time. I said Maria's name and I got a text instantly. This cannot, same joke. Oh, see faxes, see, here we go. Is your W scalping discretionary based on data? And on a lighter note, I once taught my landlord to day trade. Now we both are renting. Maria sent me a text saying to look at that. That's very funny. Do I remember any bad beats on a particular sport? I remember, whoa, what? I wasn't even watching. You guys weren't even telling me anything. We won. Are you kidding me? I wasn't even watching. Oh, I am such a dope. I cannot believe I did that. Oh, look at this. We finished right in the sweet spot, and I missed it. I absolutely missed it. You guys got to do better. I blame you guys. You guys got to do a better job keeping me on track. I'm such an idiot. Do I remember any bad beats? I remember a lot of them. But you know what? I tell you what, the best thing I ever did was, as an internet CEO, I took my company public, and my secretary became a millionaire overnight. And I told her, I said, Neoma, have you looked at your stock portfolio? She said, I don't have a stock portfolio. I said, oh yeah, when we did that employee stock ownership plan, you got some stock. And she said, oh yeah, I couldn't afford it, so I didn't buy any. I said, you don't have to buy any. It was given to you. She goes, oh, how much is it? $1 million. She sat down. She started crying. It was awesome. It was awesome. And that was the internet company. I should tell you more stories about the internet company. Was so much fun. It was an absolute blast. And one of my big regrets in life was ever taking it public, because, it's not nearly as much fun. A lot more money, but I mean, it was really, really fun. So winner, chicken dinner. That's exactly right. All right. So let's take a look and see where do we end up today, right? Ooh, 42. How about that? 42. Mario, if you're in the chat room, tell me how much money that is. I cannot do the math because I went to public school, but Mario assures me that he will calculate that in a hurry. Let's not give him too much of a head start. There's another one for you, Mario. I can even calculate this one. It's $31. It's $61, right? I think this one is $61. How about that? We took that around. Yes, Malachi. What I say, Mario or Malachi? I think it's Mario that does the calculations for me. Anybody out there can do them. So we ended up here up about 17,000. And in the small account, we ended up just a little bit less. Let's see here. NVIDIA. Oh, yeah. By the way, Maria wants me to tell you she loves NVIDIA. Maybe she put it in the chat room. 16,349. That's what we won? Really? What? No way. Well, I like that. I like that very much. Thank you, Random. Okay, Random. Here, I throw it down the gauntlet. Is that 61? Did I calculate that right? I think it is. Now, these are going to change a little bit, because what happens is when these include some of the longs at a nickel, and those will reprice out at a zero. What happens is that the Oprah, and I had to assure Maria it was not the TV star Oprah, it's OPRA, which is the clearinghouse that all the brokers use. So the way it works is the final numbers come from the Chicago Board of Exchange, CBOE, to Oprah, and then to the brokers. It's about a 450, 490 megabyte file for all the trades that happen today in all the various stocks and options. And so then Options Omega gets that, gosh darn it. And then they go ahead and they upload it to their spreadsheet or to their database, and then we get it. So let's take a look. Let's just take a look here. And look at this. These are the cues. This thing was down 400 plus. And, I should take off one of these, don't you think? I mean, I only got one in here. I hate to do it because yesterday it was at 52%, but you know what? It serves me right. All right. So let's say we want to get we want them, if they're willing to take, I'll buy it back for $112.50. How about that? I'll buy it back for $112. It's a trading show. Let's do some trading. Right? Okay. So there's that trade, and you want to go in there and see it. Let's go in here. Boom, boom. And so there it is. Right? And so that trade, if I was putting trades on today for 200, I know it's not the same strike price. I get it. But it was a 12 delta at 45 to 60 days when I put it on. I put it on around 200, and I'm taking it off at 112. Great. I'm supposed to do a 25% profit. So I'm pretty happy with that particular situation. I'm going to send my public school if he can be anywhere as successful as Rob Potts. Yeah. That's very funny. That's very funny. Hey, we got a little job. We got a little work to do here, fellas, guys and gals. We need to get this up to 2,500 subscribers. So, get your dog to subscribe, get your neighbor, get your friends, tell all your trading buddies. We need to get it to 2,500 so we can get Tyler in here. He can help me out. There's no reason he can't sit here every single friggin' day and trade. Anybody want to scalp? Who's with me? Come on, let's do it's a trading show. Let's do some trading. All right, here we go. Let's do, where are we at? Where are we at? This thing is skyrocketing to the upside. Okay. Remember, we're going to go over here. We're going to go 35 picks either way. So the most we can win or lose is $17.50. So it's at 82. Let's go ahead and say if it comes all the way up to 86.50. No, it's turning around. All right. We'll wait. If I wanted to go ahead and just say, put this on just so you can see, it's going to put this spread on, right? So if I get taken, if it comes up to this number, it would take it. And then these are shaded. That means they're not live yet. So this is the only live trade. So what's going to happen is if the market comes back up, it triggers this. And then if it goes up here, I win 1750. If it comes down here, I lose 1750. That's all it is. Anybody can do this, okay? Any size account can do this. If you lose 10 of them, you're going to lose $170. Don't go to Starbucks for a month, okay? It's fine. You will be fine. And by the way, you don't have to do 35. I was doing smaller spreads because I was just fooling around in bed and I didn't have my glasses on. But then I realized I was getting punched out too quick. So that's why I like 35. Okay. So you know what? This is no good. Let's get rid of this. Boom. We don't like this trade. Takes that off. Let's go to the downside. Okay. How about that? Let's say if it goes all the way down to 272.50, a little bit lower. How about 272? All right. So if it goes down to 272, we'll get a fill. So now it's got to go down to 072, and now it's going up. How about that? You know, if it doesn't come down, I'll just exit out. Come on, you got to come down. It's a live trading show. Really what it's turning into is a live doing nothing show. So let's see if it comes down. Let's see if it comes down. Does not look like it's going to come down. And it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. You know, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like it's too choppy. We'll do it again tomorrow. Okay, we'll start early. Would somebody, for Pete's sakes, remind me to keep an eye on? I can't believe I missed the trade today. All right. So according to the chat room, we made $16,300. That's great. Let's see. As of yesterday, we were up 392,841. That's going to put us over 400 grand since October 1st. I think that's right, like 101 trading days, something like that we've actually, and we only traded about 90 of them. There's a bunch of days we didn't trade because of FMOC or FMOC minutes. And yesterday we lost 267. We were up 11.5 in that small account. And today, we were up $63, like $63. So, all right, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you had a great trading day. I know I really thoroughly enjoyed doing this. I want to do it every day the rest of my life. That's how much fun it is. I hope you have a great trading day. Remember, 3:25 tomorrow, 6 o'clock on Sunday. Say goodbye, Maria. Goodbye, Maria.